All right, guys, don't want to fall over that. Back in the lab, still a mess. I'm here doing the CTSV brake upgrade. Well, I already did it, but I'm gonna walk you guys through on how to do the 6-piston, because I've yet to see a video on it, and the instructions aren't really good because they're more catered towards a 4-piston setup. But the benefits of this is, sorry, it's like a landmine in here, man. Crap everywhere. But, so, the benefits of 6-piston CTSV Brembos 4-piston rear is it's cost effective. I mean, brand new, I got them for just under $500 because Amazon has them for like $260 and then $314. Like, the price always fluctuates. So put them in your Amazon cart and you'll get a notification when the price drops or whatever, and just buy them like that. The rears you can get used, or the whole kit you can get used. So you're getting a massive brake upgrade for including the brackets and rotors, about $700, $800 if you're lucky, maybe even $600 if you're that lucky. So that definitely is on the same, if not can be built to be better than all the Willwood and Brembo kits for our cars that are like $2-3 grand. So it's definitely cost effective and it looks damn good. So let's get into it. So right off the bat, you can see the sheer size difference. Block the whole thing out. Look at these others, especially the Brembos. I mean, just much bigger. And one of the things I noticed when I bought this car was the braking was garbage compared to the GTO. The GTO had Camaro SS Brembos on it. So, should be a definite improve in braking. So after, obviously getting the wheel off, I just took a Dremel and cut. There's a portion that's real thin on this brake shield. And what I did was I just grinded it and then took a crowbar and popped it loose and just pried up on each side. So now I'm just gonna keep going a little bit further on each side and, just yank it right out. It's gonna come right out. So it looks something like this if you use my method to get it off. Popped it right off. The next step, I went ahead and did it, was you had to take a drill and tap, which, it comes with. And go ahead and tap the very bottom. It's not focusing. There you go. Now, I forgot to mention, obviously you drill and tap the bottom, right? Keep it very straight. I mean, I don't think you have to be 100% dead on, but you don't want to be crooked by any means. And then with this bolt hole, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it needs to be bored out. And what I mean by that is this is gonna have to come from the backside. And as you can see, it won't slide in freely. It needs to slide in freely through there so that it'll slide through the bracket and actually go into the caliper itself. So after you drill and tap the bottom, go ahead and bore it out with a drill bit or something, whatever means you use. So like I said, just take a drill with a bit on it. Obviously, it's hard to use in one hand, but just to show you what you gotta do. I got the OEM brake line out. And to get all these annoying little brackets off, what I did was I took a rubber mallet and this flathead and just put it behind the back of the bracket, and I popped it with the mallet and they popped right out on this side. I went under here, was able to reach it here, just hit it with the mallet, popped it out. But this guy here, I used channel locks. I just gripped the channel locks and yanked it out, wiggle it as I was pulling it, it popped right out. So, and we do that because for the CTSV brakes, you need the banjo fitting. So here's a part number for that. So next step, you go ahead and get the bracket mounted. Now just keep note of the orientation. So that the extended piece is skinny. Should face this way. It should just line up. So that's how you get that mounted. And like always, some blue Loctite behind that bolt. Get that secured. Now, next up, just go ahead and thread the lower bolt in for the caliper. Just a little bit, don't need to do too much. And push it flush against the face. Now when you lift it, you'll see it's hitting this part right here, right? So what you can do is pull it out a little bit and just force it against this so it'll scrape up where it needs to be grinded down at. Because you're gonna have to do some grinding on this caliper. Just right in this area. See? And then go ahead and grind that away. Got your caliper cut. The next thing you have to do is this right here. You have to cut this flush. Just use a cutoff wheel and cut it straight down. It'll come right off. It's just a bracket to hold the OEM brake line that you won't use anyway. So just go ahead and cut that straight off. There you go, so it's flush. All right, so almost there. Went ahead and threw the rotor on, got the lug nuts secured in because it'll keep this from falling on you while you're trying to install this. Now, what I gotta stress is, I missed this the first time. These need to go between the knuckle, I believe that's what it's called. So it'll go there, and then between the caliper. They have to be spaced out a certain way, or it will rub the rotor and lock up. You know, I ignored that in the instructions because I didn't see it. I didn't really pay attention to instructions because they weren't specific to the 6 piston. And the rotor kept locking up on me, so you know, I started freaking out. I thought I maybe tapped it crooked, and you know, all kind of random shit went in my head. Then I decided to go through the instructions again, and I noticed it said this must be between the knuckle and the caliper. So just keep that in mind. All right, so everything's installed, everything looks good, everything's tightened down, Loctited, nothing's binding, so you're good. The very last step you gotta do is just take these, it's a 10 millimeter, unscrew them, unscrew the bleeders, and just swap them around. So if this goes on the bottom, these go on top. So when you're bleeding, the air comes to the top and you're not having issues with your brakes not working. So there you go. All right, guys, that should wrap up everything. And before you can enjoy your massive upgrade, be sure to get your brake line routed correctly, installed. I haven't done that yet because I actually have some coilovers going on, so stay tuned for that video. Make sure nothing is binding, everything's aligned properly, nothing's crooked, and have fun. Engine going in tomorrow, along with some other goodies, so you guys stay tuned. Peace.